I'll have a counterpoint for that. We'll get to that a little later. As I understand it, we actually have a very special guest on the line, Ryan. I'll send it over to you, Ryan, and let you introduce who we got on the line.
That's right. Tonight, of course, is TNA's big event. It's their Super Bowl, their WrestleMania. It's bound for glory. And tonight, one of the biggest matches is the premiere of the TNA women's division, ladies division, knockout division, whatever you want to call it. It's always been around, but tonight is the first time that they're finally going to be having a championship, finally having some gold to contend for, to go for, to show that women do have a place in professional wrestling. And we do have somebody on the line who's going to be talking about that. You may know her. She's been in TNA since 2003. We're talking here. We've got Miss Traci Brooks. How are you today?
Thanks, guys. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking.
How's Quebec?
What is it? Oh, what? Sorry, I couldn't hear.
How's back home in Canada?
Oh, we're doing well. Yeah, Quebec. You said. Yeah, we're doing great. How about you? And I hear you live in Nashville these days. You left Canada. What is this?
Yeah, I escaped from you guys.
So, Bound for Glory is tonight. The Women's Championship is going to be defended in that 10-woman gauntlet match. 5 of the knockouts that have been in TNA, 5 new knockouts. What can we expect going into that match tonight?
Hard hitting. You can't even describe what you're going to see. You're going to see, 5 of the girls that you've kind of seen lately mix it up a bit in the ring, and then 5 brand new girls from all over Canada and the States. And you're not going to know what you're going to see, but there's never been anything like this before. Like every minute there's a new girl in there and a new fresh girl. And Roxy Laveau actually won the 10th spot from that 5-girl match we had a couple weeks ago. So it's just, you never know when you're going to come in. You never know who's going to be facing. You don't know what to expect. All I know is that every girl is bringing their A game, and there's a lot of pressure on us, as from the fans and from, TNA staff, and it's also a lot of pressure on us girls. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves. We're trying to change women's wrestling. We're trying to, make a name for ourselves, and I think we're already doing it. And the better we keep doing, the more pressure we can put on ourselves to keep doing what we're doing. And tonight's is going to be an amazing night, and it's going to be an emotional night, an amazing night. I've been the original knockout I've been there since almost the beginning, and tonight to have a chance to win the first ever TNA Women's Champion, it's mind-blowing. It's indescribable.
It is, definitely. The women, I find they've actually been kind of out-wrestling the men the last couple of weeks of Impact. We've seen some good matches. What do you think of that, the woman there that debuted this past Thursday night from Japan, the Amazing Kong? She's just huge. She looks insane. How are you going to be able to wrestle her at the pay-per-view today? How are you going to be able to overcome her to go for the championship?
Let's just hope that she's not in there with me.
She's one scary broad, that's for sure. Ladies, woman...
She's amazing what she does. I researched her before, and I've heard all about her before she came to TNA, and, if you watch Thursday Night Impact and watch Gail's expression when she came down the ring, I think that's what all of her expressions are going to be.
Definitely. Ladies, woman, female, knockout. What's going to be the name of the division and the championship? What's the official name going to be? Do you have any idea?
I think we're going to do the knockouts, the women's knockout division. It's not going to be Divas. It's going to be the TNA women's knockout.
Yeah, it's definitely been a long time coming, the women's division. So I've heard you've got quite an interesting life story. How was it like growing up on a farm, and how did you become interested in professional wrestling originally?
Honestly, growing up on a farm just made my work ethic a lot. You work your butt off and you work your tail off, and it was a good way to be raised. You had a strong family base, and you're there for your family, and that's what wrestling is too. You're a family in wrestling, so. And you work your tail off. You never know what to expect. And in wrestling, I left in 2003 to move to the States to be with TNA, and I've been here ever since. And it's just been an amazing story for me. And I grew up watching wrestling when I was in grade 6 with my dad, and we only got Saturday Night Main Event. And I fell in love with Ricky Steamboat, and I fell in love with Roddy Piper, and then from there I just started researching wrestling, and it just I ended up having a modeling job, and the Toronto Sunshine Paper actually put me in there, and I put to be the next, at the time, WWF superstar, because TNA wasn't around. Yeah. And a trainer who trained Edge and Christian and Trish Stratus and Gail Kim and myself called this paper, who called me, and that's how I fell into it.
Yeah, you're talking about Ron Hutchinson, right?
Pardon?
Ron Hutchinson, right? Yeah. Yeah, so pretty much you came into TNA 2003. Your original gimmick was that of a schoolgirl, wasn't it?
Yes,
how did that come about?
Everyone wants me to bring that back for some reason.
Oh, well, you look pretty good playing that type of gimmick, so I wouldn't mind if you brought it back. But anyway, how would you compare your current pairing with Robert Roode to your past alliances with Michael Shane, or better, also known as Matt Bentley, Shane Douglas, and Frankie Kazarian, now simply known as Kaz?
Well, I learned so much from Shane Douglas. He's taught me more about wrestling, and he knows how to use a valet. When Gail Kim and I first started wrestling, we never managed. We just wrestled, so we really didn't know the whole girl concept part of the whole wrestling business. We didn't realize that, sex sells, and we could, make just as much money or more money standing at ringside. And the thing is, you learn more at ringside, too, than you do in the ring sometimes, watching those guys. And I've been a fan of Robert Roode, being Canadian, ever since I started wrestling. He's Arn Anderson, Rick Rude, and Kurt Hennig rolled into one. He's an amazing athlete, so the fact that I actually get to sit with him, and we were kind of hesitant at first to be put together because he never had a female manager, and, we didn't really know how to work, but it's working, and it happened for a reason, and it's working, and it's amazing to watch him. I mean, I learned so much from him, and riding up and down the road with him, he's one of the smartest guys in the business, and he's one of the most underrated guys in the business, and I think soon he's going to be one of the top guys.
We are talking with TNA knockout Traci Brooks here on the main event. And Traci, actually, I wanted to ask you, as I follow a lot of your work on the indie scene, definitely in Ontario. I've seen a lot of your work and throughout different parts of the States. And I was wondering, beyond those who are getting a shot tonight in this gauntlet match, who would be some of the girls that you'd like to see from the indie scene get a shot in the TNA women's division in the months and years to come?
I mean, definitely ODB. She's actually my best friend and my roommate. She's the same way. She traveled. She started at the same time I did 7 years ago, and she trained in Minnesota with Eddie Sharkey. And we've been up and down the road together, driving 17 hours for a show, not getting paid. And she's, it's hard to find a girl in the business these days that have paid her dues. And I haven't paid my dues as much as back in the day. But I mean, we didn't get into it by we trained hard and paid for our training, and rode up and down roads and didn't get paid, and we struggled a lot, and we keep doing this because we both love it so much. So I mean, I'd love to see her. I mean, all the girls. I would just love to see a lot of girls that want the business as much as we do.
Well, yeah, ODB definitely one tough woman. She is.
Yeah, she is. I mean, her name describes her.
Yeah.
I mean, for her, Gail and I trained 7 years ago together, and then ODB and I have been best friends for 3 years. So the fact that all three of us are actually here, it's really surreal to me. It's a big thing for me to have my girls that I love, and I've wanted this since the beginning. Since April 2003, I've wanted this so bad, and I went from being a ton of girls at the show to me being the only girl, and then me not being used, and then it's just to actually have it here. I can't describe it.
Yeah, it's
especially see tonight when I'm bawling my eyes out.
Trinity, a few years back, you feuded with her to gain Dusty Rhodes' affection, or whatever that storyline was back then. Any idea on her whereabouts these days?
No clue. Okay. No clue at all.
And have you heard of TNA having plans to hold shows in your native country of Canada?
Yes, I have actually. I've heard a little rumor that at Christmas we're going to be up to your area.
All right, that's great. Great to hear.
Christmas. So, I mean, Canadian fans are the best. They honestly are. I mean, I love the American fans too, but the Canadian fans, I don't know if they just don't get it a lot, or like get a lot of wrestling up there, or just when you're there, they just love you to death, and they're appreciative. And I work a lot for BSC, so whenever we go places, it's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So tonight, women's division, you're going for it. You're going straight for the top. Your goal tonight, win the championship. Maybe you want to give a little word about some of your other opponents that you've wrestled quite often with, Gail Kim or Jacqueline Moore.
Jackie is one of the toughest bitches I know. That girl, she's beautiful. She is what a knockout is. She's beautiful. She's talented. She's been in the business. She knows the business. She is one of the best girls. And Gail and I have learned so much from her. I don't think she realizes how much we've learned from her and how appreciative we are that she's here. I mean, I think just what WWE's let go, I think it's their loss is our gain. I mean, the fact that they let those two girls go, Gail Kim and her, is just unbelievable. But I mean, to me, it happened for a reason, and this is why that happened. They're here, and I mean, I'd love to get in the ring with Jackie. I mean, we've had some good three-way matches, Jackie, Gail, and I, so, I mean, the three of us want it. We all want it as much as everyone else, but I mean, I think the three of us are the hungriest for it.
Mm-hmm. Another woman that I'm interested to see tonight is actually Christy Hemme. She's been talking about how she trained in Japan and how she's been dying to finally have a match on television for TNA. Have you had a chance to work with her in the ring at all?
A little bit, yeah. Just that girls 5-0 we had a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I mean, same with Christy. I mean, she's a great addition to our knockouts. I mean, she's talented, she's flexible, she's got a great finisher, she's training hard, and she wants to, keep up with everybody, and she's great. Honestly, everyone there is deserving to be there, which is, you can't really say that a lot in some places.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much for coming on the program, Traci, to talk about Bound for Glory. It's been great to have you on. Best of luck tonight for the Knockout Championship. I hope you win, and I hope you have a great match tonight, and best of luck in everything in the new Knockout division in TNA, beginning tonight at Bound for Glory on pay-per-view.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, have a great day, guys. Bye.
Hopefully we'll see you when you come in town come December or so for the holidays for a wrestling show.
Well, I'll come in and do it in studio. How's that?
Definitely. We'll have you in studio, sure.
Woohoo!
Anytime. We'll keep you in.
I wear the schoolgirl outfit.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thanks, guys.